Peace and blessings, guys. Peace and blessings. Smart the Messenger. We're back on another one. This one's going to be about music, what God showed me about music, and certain frequencies that are being pushed out. And, many people, people have told me that Satan, before he fell on earth, like when he was still like on the good side, I guess you could say, that he used to run the music. He was in charge of music in heaven. Now, there's no Bible verses to back that up. That's just what many people have said. So I looked it up in the Bible and I couldn't find any verses that prove that, but that's what many people have said. But if you look at the society and the world we live in today and the music that's getting pushed out, and we all know, people are operating on that side, sell their soul to be, famous and rich. That's very real. And, these people who are being put on by Satan, they're pushing certain frequencies out through the music. And you notice how like when you go to like a club or like a bar, the type of music they play, or they play music like, excuse my language, but I'm gonna just say it, let's get effed up, stuff like that, right? And that programs people's minds to want to drink more, and that pays that club owner whatever, that feeds his pockets. Okay, and there's certain frequencies, there's certain people who know this and they manipulate it, and they purposely play this type of music. Or you notice that when you're at a club, right, people are more given over to like lustful stuff, right? And that's the music. The music's playing certain things, you're going to be giving more into your lust. And especially on top of that, when you're drinking, we all know alcohol is spirits. So now on top of that, and I noticed that back when I was like, when I first, this is 2018, when I first was like trying to give up my lust, right? And the music I would listen to. Now, if you listen to like a song or two, that's nothing. But if you spend like most of your days, listening to certain music, certain frequencies, best believe it is programming your mind to want to do certain things that you normally wouldn't do. But you're programming yourself with that music that you're listening to for hours on out. Now, let me make this very clear too. If you're at the gym and they're playing music for an hour, that's not going to do nothing to you. But like I said, if you're making this like a routine where, it's every single day, that's going to program you. Okay. Like I can even remember back in the days, back when I used to like smoke and hotbox with my friends back then, like there'd be certain people that would come around and like, when they would play their music, y'all know how it is. Like people share the aux cord or whatever. And then when it was their turn to play their music, they would play like the sad frequency stuff, like, XXNation. Who else would they play? A Little Peep, like the sad boy type of music. And those type of people were usually like sad and depressed all the time. Like it's not a coincidence, And the people who were like, in the streets and, living that type of lifestyle, they would play that type of music. And that's what they're programming their mind. And many people don't realize this. That's why it's important, guys. You don't have to do this every day, but I like to like listen to like meditation, like Bible verses throughout, like on YouTube and stuff like that. Like I like to listen to that because it's programming my mind. And like even the Bible says, the godly man meditates on God's laws day in and day out, So, Satan is pushing us to meditate on demonic stuff, and that's causing us to be a slave to our lust. That's causing us to have, certain sins like the love of money. That's what the frequency they push out too. So there's also it's a demonic stronghold that's building up in your mind too, and that through that demonic stronghold is now causing you to be more lustful. Causing you to do more things that you wouldn't do. Even at if you guys remember when Travis Scott had his concert, which was just a ritual, and they claimed that 7 people died allegedly. I think it was more. I believe it was more. And if you paid attention to that concert, like the only reason why I watched it because I wanted to see like what's going on in the spiritual realm that the average person can't see with their eyes, because God gave me discernment, so I could see what's really happening. And prior to what happened, before the people died, they were pushing that death frequency out. And look what happened, guys. 9 people died. 9 people died, and that's the frequency that's being pushed out. The rage, and when you listen to music that's like wants you to rage, people get violent. That's what you're getting programmed to. And if people were listening to like ballerina, like ballerina music, stuff like that, people are not gonna want to get aggressive. They're gonna be more chill and like, they're not gonna want to be all ragey. So best believe, guys, music is powerful. Now, like I said, many people have said that Satan was in control of music. I want to believe that, and I kind of do believe that, but at the same time, it's not in the Bible, So truthfully, no one knows what Satan was doing in heaven but God himself, and of course, him himself as well too. The fallen angels, now I do believe that there will be music in heaven. I do believe the music in heaven will be to worship God. And that's what music is for. Nowadays, guys, You're either your music, so all you artists out there, you're either worshiping God in your music or you're worshiping Satan. There's no in between. Okay, if you're rapping about material stuff, worldly things, smashing this, smashing that, material stuff, like that's of the devil. Like not to be like, not to sound too religious, but that's just the truth. Okay, when you're rapping, when you're giving all praises to the Most High, stuff like that, right? Righteous music, that type of stuff glorifies the Father. That's what, and that type of music will never be put on in this world. It will never be put on. That's just the sad truth because people don't care for righteousness. We're living in a day and age where they're calling good evil and evil good. That's the day and age we're living in. But even in the midst of that, when you're on the good side, the light side, you got to understand that there is a reward at the end. And yes, though you see that the other people on the dark side are prospering, it's only for a short time. Those are who on the light side of the Jesus Christ, the Team Christ side, that it's internal. So you might be suffering right now if you're an artist and you're coming up and you know that most people are not trying to hear that type of music, but just keep doing what you love to do. Don't worry too much about money or how you're going to pay your bills or what clothes you're going to wear, because God will definitely provide for you. Just have faith, of course, and put in the works, because faith without works is dead. And, I want to add on this real quick too. I would listen to a lot of Wiz Khalifa, and I used to smoke a lot back then. And I think that's why I would always smoke, because Wiz Khalifa would always be rapping about, getting high and stuff like that. And not just him, there'll be other people too, like other like Bay Area, like local rappers where I'm at. And like I noticed that caused me to always want to be, like, oh, I remember I would listen to the song like, dang, like I want to light one up, So this is very real. Guys, be very cautious in the music you listen to. Now, I'm not trying to push no fear out. Like if you listen to like a song or a couple of songs, that's not gonna you're not gonna be like, let's say if you listen to a sad, like they call it the sad boy music, right? You listen to that a couple of times, you're not gonna be sad. But if you're making that a routine, like a pattern in your life to listen to that every single day for weeks on out, you're gonna start to see that way. And like even then, like before Nicki Minaj, before Cardi B, before Megan Thee Stallion, like these female rappers, right? I don't know all of them. That's the only ones I could think of top of the head. Like before they were on the scene, before Satan put them on, like women were more like submissive, feminine. Nowadays these women are like men. That's the music that's being pushed out. Cardi B, I don't need a, I don't want to say it, but I don't need this. I don't need a man and stuff like that. Now a lot of these females are feeling like, let me sleep with multiple men because I'm a boss. I'm a boss chick. And that's the frequency that's being pushed out. Tell y'all, this is real, man. And Satan knows this, but a lot of y'all don't know this, man. So I'm just letting y'all know, man, to balance it out, okay? Balance it out. Listen to some, like I said, I love listening to meditate, like Bible versus meditation throughout the background. And I do plan on making videos of that pretty soon. I'm moving next month, so once I move in, I'm gonna get everything situated, and I'm gonna make it like an hour long. When my baby comes, when she's sleeping, I'm gonna be playing it in the background. So we gotta program our mind, guys, with the right way, like with the good stuff, because best believe, guys, your eyes is the portal, your ears is the portal. Whatever you feed it, be very cautious on what you're listening to. And I'm very sensitive when it comes to spirituality. Like I can't be listening to certain things or watching certain things no more. Like I just can't. Like ever since I became born again, bro, like it's just not the same. It's not the same. And I believe that's the fruit of being born again. Like the things that you used to do, you don't care for it no more. Either you don't care for it no more, it makes you uncomfortable, or you have no desire. Like, you don't care. You just don't care for it no more. So I hope this guy's edified you guys. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And leave a comment below if you guys have any similar stories, what you've been through. All right, love you guys so much. I'm out. Peace.